In 2015, Riggs Distler continued to grow and build upon our success of recent years.
While a number of projects have helped to accomplish this, tonight we want to highlight 4 that we feel represent who we are and what we want to be.
I'm Scott Zematitis, head of Riggs Distler's Transmission and Special Projects Group. I'd like to tell you about the Mortimer Hook transmission project we handled for National Grid this summer in Rochester, New York. Because demand for electricity typically peaks during the hot summer months, and because tens of thousands of customers are served by a single transmission circuit, it was important to the host utility to make the necessary improvements to the 115,000 volt circuit without shutting off the electricity to a single customer. Riggs Distler was able to accomplish that. We installed floating dead ends on double circuits at 3 locations, replaced 4 double circuit structures, and installed mid-span structures in 3 locations. To do so, we brought with us a team of veteran transmission linemen experienced in using live line tools and conducting bare hand operations. With live line work, dielectrically tested sticks are used to handle energized lines and attach or detach equipment. The sticks are long enough to allow linemen to maintain minimum approach distances and keep them safe from the electrical hazard of working around 115,000 volts, yet versatile enough to allow them to complete difficult tasks in no more time than it would take if the lines were de-energized. With bare hand work, employees put on conductive suits, aka Faraday suits, and bond themselves to the energized circuit, so like a bird on a wire, they become the same potential as the lines they're working on. To conduct bare hand work safely, crews must use special buckets, must make sure all tools and equipment are clean and in good condition, and must even ensure the oil inside their vehicle is not contaminated. While workers are bonded onto the line, they can reach out and grab it almost as if the line were de-energized, and can do so on voltages all the way up to 345 kV. One particular concern on the Mortimer Hook project was the extreme heat that settled onto upstate New York for a good portion of the 2-month-long project. The safety group worked hard to make sure everyone remained hydrated and kept a sharp eye out for signs of heat stress in the workers. Another concern was the proximity of the work to residential neighborhoods. Each night, project leaders made sure the work site was safe for anyone who might wander onto the right-of-way and was secure from anyone looking to vandalize or steal equipment. In the end, the project was brought to successful completion without any injuries or incidents involving the transmission of electricity or members of the public. The ability to perform transmission work without impacting customers has helped my group more than double its revenue and its margin from 2014 and has helped us expand our footprint throughout the U.S. It has also allowed us to buy several $1 million worth of new state-of-the-art equipment and hire 6 full-time transmission-specific personnel. Above all, it has helped Riggs Distler serve the needs of our host utilities by offering them our ability to improve the integrity of circuits while the electricity continues to flow, by offering them our ability to pull wire and upgrade or replace structures with the circuits de-energized, and by offering them other vital transmission services like rock drilling and matting. The transmission group is only a few years old. Since our inception year, we have grown more than tenfold, and with the leadership we currently have on board, the sky is the limit.
I'm Jeff Simpson, head of Riggs Distler's Renewables Group, and I want to tell you about the L&D Solar Project in Mount Holly, New Jersey. The project is a 13 megawatt DC solar field that began construction in September 2015 and is expected to be completed this December. With 44,000 solar modules, this will be the largest solar field on a landfill in the United States. And at our manpower peak, we will have 175 full-time employees from a multi-jurisdictional team of union workers comprised of electricians, carpenters, laborers, and operating engineers. The racking for the solar field consists of poured-in-place concrete ballast tubs. When the concrete cures, the plastic tubs are stripped away so the modules can be installed. Over the course of 30 working days, Riggs Distler will pour 5,000 cubic yards of concrete, averaging more than 150 cubic yards a day. When the modules are in, we install Trenwell raceways, run out wire, and feed the cables to combiners that lead to the switchgear. Equipment pads for the inverters and switchgear are built on a landfill cap with 36 inches of stone and concrete and are set with small cranes. At that point, we pull in our 35 kV medium voltage cables, terminate all our feeds and combiner boxes, plug in all our PV wire, and conduct all our tests, including high potting. Finally, we do a thorough safety walkdown before handing the project over to the site owner and the solar field operator. The L&D Solar Project is a renewables group's largest to date, with a value of $7.7 million. It also shows the remarkable progress we've made in a few short years as we move from rooftop solar projects on shopping malls to mid-level solar farms, and now to projects that are as large and complex as any solar farm project in the nation. Each time we take another half step forward, we refine our processes, use our experience to maximize efficiencies, and learn more about the industry as solar power emerges as an increasingly important component of our country's electrical grid.
Hi, my name is Joe Seaman, and for those of you who don't know me, I head up the mechanical group for Riggs Distler. I would like to talk about the flare gas recovery project located at Monroe Energy Refinery in Trainer, Pennsylvania. Monroe Energy is an operating refinery that was purchased by Delta Airlines in July 2012. Delta's goal was to produce jet fuel for its fleet of aircraft. As a part of the consent decree, Monroe agreed to install the flare gas recovery unit to control both continuous and routine emissions at the flare stack. Think of the flare stack as the final exhaust pipe where all used gases are released to the atmosphere. The state has mandated that beginning November 2015, the limits of emissions at the flare cannot exceed 162 parts per million H2S on a 3-hour average. This unit is designed to recover gases vented to the flare, compress them, and send them to the sour gas system. When compressed under extreme pressure, the gas is routed to the amine unit, where the H2S is removed and the remaining gases can now be recovered and reused as refinery fuel. Due to the recovered fuel's clean state, it now can be burned in a boiler or heater with extremely clean emissions. The project value is $7 million. Our scope of work was to install two 25-foot wide by 35-foot long compressor skids weighing 85,000 pounds each, 4 cooling fin fans weighing 65,000 pounds each, one 14-foot wide by 55-foot long electrical building weighing 78,000 pounds, miscellaneous pumps, motors, vessels, drums, pipe racks, and fabrication and installation of 7,000 feet of pipe. The major challenge on this project was the construction schedule of 3 months from start of work to completion through the extremely hot days of mid-June through August. The success of this project contributes to the mechanical group and to Riggs Distler because it puts us in the forefront of the selected bidders for the $180 million planned Monroe LSG project slated to begin in spring of 2016. The site team included Pete Brostowski, Bob Bohannon, Chris Miller, and Fran McGovern.
Greetings, I'm Manfred Conrath, Vice President of Riggs Distler's Underground Utilities Group, and I would like to talk to you about the gas construction work we are performing for PECO in the suburbs of Philadelphia. In late 2014, PECO identified a need for contractors to partner with on gas main and service installation projects. Because of our demonstrated proficiencies in gas work on the BGE system and also with our PECO NRCG contract, Riggs Distler was determined to be a good candidate. We began work in late March with 4 crews based at our Conshohocken facility, and by the summer we had grown to 8 crews, equating to over 40 employees. PECO is mandated by the State Public Utilities Commission to replace dozens of miles of aging mains and services annually, and Riggs Distler has stepped up to help meet the challenge. We are performing all aspects of gas main and service construction, installing steel and plastic pipe using conventional excavation and trenchless technology such as directional drilling. Typical pipe size ranges from 2-inch to 8-inch for main installations and 1/2-inch to 1 1/4 inch for services. We install upwards of 10,000 feet of main pipe per month and replace or renew approximately 50 services. At the current levels of manpower, the value of this work is approaching $1 million per month. To date, we have performed this work safely with 0 recordable injuries. With an emerging market for clean burning, relatively inexpensive natural gas, we believe public utilities are going to need reliable, safe, and productive contractors like Riggs Distler to meet the consumer demand, satisfy regulatory agencies, and deliver positive returns to shareholders. In summary, having a gas component allows Riggs Distler's Underground Utilities Group to respond to any underground infrastructure need a public utility may have, including but not limited to cable installation and replacement, manhole and vault work, streetlight construction, and the installation of gas piping and appurtenances. We at Riggs Distler benefit by being able to provide multiple capabilities to our host utilities. Our customers can uniquely source Riggs Distler to handle varied scopes of work such as aerial, underground electric, gas, transmission, and substation work. We wish to offer them one company with demonstrated success in all aspects of the work they outsource because we know that once we earn their trust, having a one-stop contractor handling their work brings them efficiencies they can pass on to their shareholders, truly representing our tagline, under one hat, one contract, one responsibility.
Thanks to everyone who worked so hard to make 2015 a great year for Riggs Distler.